I'm Paul Walker, and we're here on the big island of Hawaii to meet one of the coolest guys on the planet, another man of action, marine ecologist Enrique Sala. Enrique is on a global mission to find and identify the most pristine ocean environments on the planet. Now, these extreme wild areas will give us an idea of just exactly what we stand to lose if we don't take immediate action to preserve these places. And there it is.
Hey.
What's up? How you doing?
Paul, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Tanks are ready. You can go diving if you want.
Let's rip. Let's get out of here. Enrique leads National Geographic's Pristine Seas expedition, supported in part by Davidoff Cool Water. On each one of these trips, he visits a remote, pristine, endangered area. So, I'm pretty much convinced that you got the better job.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. But how did you become an ocean explorer?
By watching TV, watching Jacques Cousteau's documentaries when I was a kid growing up in Spain. That got me completely fascinated and obsessed about being an ocean explorer.
Cool.
What about you? What got you?
Born and raised in Southern California. I was 3, 4 years old, and that first anemone, that first starfish, that first sea urchin, I was hooked. It was a passion that never died. Everyone's familiar with Hawaii, great place. But Pitcairn, why did you go to Pitcairn?
Yeah, there is this romantic idea about Pitcairn, the mutiny on the Bounty, right? But we went there because it's one of the last pristine places left in the ocean. We had no idea what we were going to find at Pitcairn. And when we jumped in the water, we were completely amazed. We were surrounded by 10, 15 sharks coming to check us out. These fish probably had never seen humans before. It was like getting in a time machine and going 500 years back. So after the expedition, we showed to the locals what we found, and they had no idea of the richness that they have underwater. So we proposed to them the creation of a large marine reserve to protect this place, and they voted unanimously to recommend to the British government the creation of what would be the largest marine reserve in the world. It would be the size of Alaska and California together. The final goal of these expeditions is to get these last pristine places protected, because right now they are not. They are still remote, but there is encroaching fishing pressure, and we want to get there to save these places forever.
And now your latest exploration, that's in Chile, right? Where in Chile did you go?
Oh, we went to the most fantastic place. We went to a place called the Desventuradas Islands, the Unfortunate Islands, which is basically 2 rocks 500 miles offshore. Before we went, there was not a single underwater photo of the place. So we didn't know exactly what we were going to find. We jumped in the water, and we couldn't believe how many fish were there. Schools of 1,000 yellowtail jacks, so many large fish, endangered sea lions. There is one species of sea lion that was thought to be extinct 100 years ago. And we found 5 individuals. But the most amazing thing, we found these monster lobsters, really the largest lobsters we've seen in our lives. 7 kilos, 14 pounds, untouched, unfished. I've never seen monsters like this before. So next step is telling the local people this treasure that they had no idea about and inspire them to protect it, because even though the place is remote, international fishing fleets are already getting there. So we need to save it before it's too late.
So for those of us that aren't marine biologists, that didn't complete school, what can we do to protect the oceans?
Well, there is one thing that we can do that is really, really important, which is support the creation of marine reserves, which are like fish banks, places that are close to fishing, where marine life comes spectacularly.
Right.
Right now, only 1% of the ocean is protected. That's nothing. And scientific studies recommend that at least 20% should be protected. So we have a long way to go.
And the other thing we could do is just by getting out there and exploring, we're actually doing some good, right?
Exactly, that's the first step. People will protect only what they love, and people love only what they know. So the first thing is to get down there, explore, and get to know it.
figure out what more you can do to protect the oceans, visit love-the-ocean.com.